I was barred from places, banned from places, discriminated against. Yeah.
Yeah?
Uptown was running me, dancehall rejecting me, so I'm just in the middle by myself. I wasn't gonna let my sexuality or my vagina speak for myself.
Right.
It was gonna be what I'm doing, and what I'm doing, I'm selling sex, but you can't buy it. Then I went to a football match. You could look, there was nothing that odd about the picture, and they were classing, carrying on, and this lady was, "Wait, you do yourself so far." I was like,
without even knowing anything that's going on with you, don't know
care,
you from
don't
anywhere.
care. And all they could say was, "I wanted a big fat woman and big fat and big fat." And I was like, wow, is fat a bad thing to this level? You don't even know why I gained weight.
Right.
You know, and that made me like, wow. So I...
Did you want to retreat or were
Yes, I stopped taking the medication. Started to exercise and said, well, let me show them, and got worse.
Hey everyone, I'm Dania Beckford. Bold, sometimes brash. And since I'm the CEO of Broadtail Design, I consider myself Broadtail Beautiful. It's time we make the conversations we have as women open, honest, and authentic as we navigate living our best lives. Join me as I have intimate conversations with women of all sizes, shapes, and confidence levels as we explore being Broadtail.
Hi, my Broadtails. Welcome to another episode of Being Broadtail. This week, we're with an iconic woman. She's responsible for the popularity of the title Dancehall Queen, or DHQ as they're referring to it now. She placed the spotlight on women in a very real way in the dancehall space, and with her iconic outfits and mesmerizing dances, she allowed women to feel confident and show out in the dance. You know how we do. We start off the weekend with authentic conversations and strong spirit. And I want you to help me welcome my guest for this week. She's Carlene Smith, but we know her as Dancehall Queen Carlene. Hi, how are you?
I am great. Thank you.
Listen, I just up like Dancehall Queen for you, know.
Perfect.
My mesh shouts, and I have my nose ring because you have two. Let me tell you something, Carlene. You're such an iconic woman.
Thank you.
And I want to drink to all the things that you have done in dancehall. So let me start off with the drink. Welcoming you with our Johnny Walker on the rocks. Here you go. Cheers.
Cheers.
When I was home in Discovery Bay, St. Anne, watching you on TV in a gold suit, murder she wrote. And I practice my dance them. So when I come to Kingston, I can be either in the Ouch crew or the Dancehall Queen. You were really a part of why I loved dancehall. But take me through the journey. How did you become Dancehall Queen Carlene?
Wow, 1992. I mean, I smile each time I say that. Always was different. Always was sexy. My little, I went to Excelsior High School where there was no fete if I didn't perform.
What?
Yes, I used to dance disco. So my sister Pinky, my older sister Pinky, at the time dated Tiger. And so my father would allow her to take me places. And I went to a dance. It was House of Leo. And I fell
heard
in
about
love.
House of Leo, but I'm not
Yes, I fell in love. I recognized then, I was about 14 years old, but I was big 14, that this is where I wanted to be. I was sent to the States and I would come every holiday.
Right.
And trust me, I would block the roads.
What?
Yeah, just in the things I would wear. At this time, there was no outfit.
Oh,
so
okay.
I would always sketch my stuff, cut up my things, change my clothes. So I was away and supposedly studying. And all my mind was, I told myself I wanted to be a household name in Jamaica. And I wanted to be me. Something that's not there. And so I put my thoughts. I met a man in Jamaica, of course, because of what I wore. He invited me to his nightclub at the time. Cactus nightclub was just in the making.
Also heard about it, never been?
Yes. So he had a fashion show there. So when I got there, it was 10 people in this fashion show. Seriously, 10 people. Yes.
Okay.
And so, this bubbled me to think, I know what I want to do, and this is the opportunity. So I went to him and present to him something I didn't have.
Which is what?
4 girls going to model.
Okay.
I don't know where the other 3 coming from, but I know a lot of girls, and my sister Pinky's one of them. And they would dress up in a certain way to the dance.
Mm-hmm.
So he said, all right, let's see. I said, let's have a fashion clash. Dancehall versus uptown.
What?
And so he came back and he says, okay, this is how it's going to go. And I had it in my head. So it was just rolling off my tongue. And he was like, all right. The hard part was getting the other 3 girls.
Yeah, because you don't have the other 3 girls.
So I went to Pinky first. And I said, she said, yeah, mad. Yeah, smoke. What? Look here now. Went to Lana, went to Sharon. They all said no. So I got mad in myself. And I'm like, but I'm going to go to dance for free. Dress half naked. And it's okay. And they were like, so nobody's looking at us right here. And I said, listen, there is money. $4,000 at the time. There was
4,000, big money.
Yes, because the largest money then was $20.
Right.
And them say, them I go pay with 4,000. Nothing like that. It was a lie. But I had money, so I'm going to pay them any which way. So anyways, they said yes because of the money. And I went to him and I said, okay, can they get
$4,000, please?
Each? No, him said 4,000 for, no. No, I'm sticking him up because I think I know what I can do. So I said, on the night, give me 4,000 if it works out for each person. If it doesn't, how much you did say again? Him drop it down to 1,500.
All right.
So I said, all right, I'll take it. Remember, they don't know anything about
because
this,
they just think they're getting 4,000.
So I went to them and I said, listen, Pinky was very popular in the dancehall. Mm-hmm. So I said, listen, you can use all the connections, all the know-how, everything.
And get people there.
We have to get this club. Because he had all the top models at the time. Okay. 10 of them
10
in the club and only had 10 people.
Okay.
So it's April the 12th, 1992.
All right.
Cactus nightclub.
Yes. The night.
I've been in the papers before, blocking the road, doing all kind of antics, dancing at, fetes, and they have never been on a stage. Mm-hmm. So it's 4 unknown girls versus 4 top models and a Miss Jamaica world.
Okay.
At the time, Erica Carr.
Okay.
They're perfect. We roam everywhere. Oof, a belly, no hangover. We just...
Being yourselves.
Yeah, we just, but dance all. Mm-hmm. So the theme for the song was, we'll fight over a man.
Okay.
Typical dance.
Yeah, 90s dancehall songs.
Up to today.
Yes.
They're fighting over a man. So the winner of the clash will end up with the man. We're inside, but we saw the crowd coming.
Mm-hmm.
Halfway, I see the man sweating. I said, well, have to lock the door. The club was rammed where it's never happened. So the AC chip out.
Place hot.
Place getting, and he was now getting scared because it just couldn't hold anymore. I'm telling you, it was like sardine. So he goes, he was not expecting this.
Right.
So anyways, now my 3 girls know is people outside, and one said, if you see people, they started to drink. Now I have 3 drunken girls.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm changing everybody because they're putting on 2 foot in one, and it was a mess. It really worked because they were so drunk, they were just having a great time.
Right.
So we had rehearsed, and each girl was paired to a girl.
Right.
So it's Toya Walk and Lantonette Steins, who saw that I had this star quality, paired me with Erica Carr.
Okay.
So,
Miss World.
Miss Jamaica World. And from she comes out on the stage, she has a crowd because
Right.
they know her.
Right.
It was just off the chain.
Okay.
And each time I would come out now, the crowd start go wild. Mm-hmm. Then we had a swimsuit section.
Okay.
I always have a flat tummy, but everything else.
Yeah, broad tail.
Yeah. And to present it, I crawled so the crowd don't know where I was coming from.
Okay.
Yeah, I crawled onto the stage.
All fours?
Yes.
Okay.
Crawl, and the place went wild. The clash came and they asked who won. When they said, it kept being me. me. So, of course, we got the guy.
Yes.
Wife, man first choice, you know, that's the song.
We wear the ring.
Yeah, we
get everything.
Yes. So after that, he said, listen, this has to go somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to do an island tour. Say, yeah.
From not wanting to pay the $4,000. By the way, when I get to the $4,000?
Plus, because he wants the deal to continue.
Right.
So I said, all right. So Francois, which was the MC, I don't know if he remembers, and he says, what are you? I said, I'm the Dancehall Queen because I'm with Miss Jamaica Beauty Queen.
Right. So you have to be a queen, so of course, because you just won. I want
a queen. And he's Andrew Williams at the time, who later became Vivian Blake, notorious Vivian Blake. Mm-hmm. That's who owned Cactus. You know, we knew him as Andrew Williams.
Right.
And he says, Queen to dancehall. Them two words, and I go, you mean lady? I said, no.
No, queen.
I'm a queen. All women are queens.
All right.
And he was like, yeah, sure. I said, yeah. He says, it sound good though, but dancehall queen. I said, yeah.
So April 12, 1992, you and your 3 friends, including your sister, won this clash in Cactus, and you called yourself Dancehall Queen.
Yes.
All right.
They said, who won? And, you know, he says, is it the Dancehall Queen? And the crowd say, yes.
So tell me about what happened after that, because we know you're on TV and music videos.
The first thing is they pulled Erica Carr from the clash. Who dared this unknown woman dethrone the beauty queen? And so that was a little, you know, thing. Anyways, the real clash came when we took it to Oceana Hotel. Mm-hmm. Now, every media house in Jamaica want to say, who them ya dancehall gal ya? First of all, they weren't saying dancehall, they were saying downtown.
Mm-hmm. The downtown gal them.
Who is these downtown women? We are much of the place. And so every media house in Jamaica, any little cameraman with it itch up somewhere,
him coming,
he was there. Mm-hmm. And all hell broke loose the next day. We have a section where the swimsuit is the most daring, and that's the only photo everybody showed. I had on a see-through mesh swimsuit, but the front and the breast, the nipples are covered.
Okay.
And one of the girls in the group, because she's so drunk, she forgot to put on the underwear part of her outfit. And they made a field day like this was only. We had evening wear, sportswear, dancehall wear, and swimsuit.
But the swimsuit is what everybody spoke about.
They took up this one outfit, me having on this thing, and she having on that thing, and fling it out.
Tell me, what were you saying to the media houses?
Anything that they'd ask.
Okay.
And at the time, I was only 18.
Okay.
And
clearly, you were very confident.
Oh, yeah. I was sexy.
Because, yes, you were sexy.
I had skin
you were the
to
business.
die for.
Yeah, man. You still do, though.
Thank you.
Can I have your tits?
Well, I don't know how that would work because they're real.
I really want them, though. They're gorgeous.
Thank you.
Okay. So you are the businesswoman. You're the dancehall queen.
I wasn't even looking at it from a business perspective.
You were just having fun, wanting to do what you want to do?
This was just me wanting to be me, and the rest of the world could. Away from that too, I saw where dancehall was masculine. Mm-hmm. And the females that was there was also masculine.
Rough.
Yes, I knew the men couldn't compete with my sexuality and being sexy. So I knew this is what I wanted for dancehall.
Tell me about that part of it, because this is very important. You said that the females were a little bit masculine because I guess they were trying to compete with the men.
They have to compete with the men.
Right. But you weren't in that category at all. You're taking them down with your sexy.
DJ.
Right.
I can't sing, I can't DJ, I can dance and look sexy. So I was owning my own. So I wasn't going to be outshadowed by, you know, the likes of a Shabba, Ninja Man, Super Cat, Tiger, you know, all the Admiral Bailey. We had a lot of stars in the late 80s, early 90s.
Right.
I came in at 92, where it was just man-dominated. Remember, there was no lady star at Stardom to that level yet.
Right.
And Sister Charmaine and all those, Lady Mackerel and all those others, they would wear the frilly skirts and the...
But they weren't being sexy.
they weren't sexy. It wasn't accepted. It wasn't there. They didn't know they were sexy. They had to be rough and tough to compete with the men. They would be better than a man and still get way less pay.
Right. So tell me about how you navigated that. With your confidence, with being different, how did you navigate that male-dominated space?
So I recognize what happened when I would go to a house of Leo and dress the way I part the crowd. People would like, how is she? How weird she now? One of the times they were calling us no panty crew.
Oh, okay.
Because they weren't used to G-strings, and I would make the clothes to make sure the underwear matches so you can't see it.
Right.
And flesh color, skin tone, at all of the works. So I recognized early that that's where you stand out from a man. Because he can't be sexy. Don't care, beautiful, six-pack and all. He is just going to be handsome. So I said, okay, here it is. This is how we're going to do. My only wish now is for the others to take it on.
Right. And did that eventually happen with your crew?
No, my crew was already packed.
Right.
It was for the people and the artists, the female artists, to realize, all right, you're not wearing enough frills. Get with this.
Okay.
And it took off.
You're in the dance, you're blocking the roads. When you step in, everybody wants to take a picture of you. You're parting crowds.
No, nobody takes no picture with you. This is new life. First of all, there is no picture phones.
I know, but
and the photographer,
had the big cameras though.
One photographer and you better pay.
You had to pay?
Of course.
Okay.
Not getting on free.
How did the music videos and the touring happen?
We named probably calling, but nothing yet. Because they had an audition for Murder, She Wrote. So I said, listen, we're going, this is in the middle of the day, 1, 2 o'clock. And they were like, so I used to wear a lot of the jewelries and stuff. And I said, we're going ready. And I said, the middle of the day in a batty ride? I said, yes. So there was a lot of people there, but we stood out. And the girl who was doing whatever said, come. She was calling me, and I said, no, I have 2 more persons.
Right.
And she said, all right, come. The person who is in charge says, oh, she need to take us. Trish Farrell, big up from Allen Mango.
Yeah.
And she took us and said, listen, this is the look we want, so and so and so. Closed the audition. Then the lady came back and said, oh my God, everybody's gone. Can you guys dance? She took us not knowing if we could dance.
Just because of what you wore and how you stood out?
Just the way we looked. Because everybody else was in just wasn't ready for the part. And so she said, dance. And luckily we could. So she was relieved. And I've done videos before that because I'm in Tiger Come Back to Me. Again, I was just there, and the girl who was to be Anthony Malva's girlfriend, I was probably 14 years old.
Okay.
And they said, no, that's who. And says, no, she's not the girl. Him says, she I want.
Which was you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just being there as Pinky's sister, and I was thrown into the video. And for 29 years, anybody will tell you one of my greatest attributes is I'm never late. If you tell me 1 o'clock, I'm going to be here. The latest 5 minutes to 1.
All right.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people that would appreciate that. I need to work on it.
Yes.
I need to work on it.
It makes a big difference when people can count on you.
Yes.
And if you tell me I have a gig and I say yes, it's yes. You're not going to call you, oh, something. No. So that spread. Say, oh, no, use her. Because so and so and so. Away from that, I'm different. But people wanted time.
So, 1992, you named yourself Dancehall Queen. And then years to follow, there's even a competition.
Well, it was always a competition.
Okay.
It's just that I never clashed dancehall.
Okay.
What I was trying to do is make dancehall what it should have been long ago. A cultural thing. Not an inner city or a,
Downtown,
financial
economic status.
Yes, it was supposed to be that this is our culture.
Right. And do you think that you achieved that?
I surely did. It was one thing when they came on to and they said, oh, please, no explicit. Because, dancehall only comes. And I'm like, I don't. So when they heard me speak, they're like, oh, you're not dancehall.
Because of how you spoke?
Yes. So they started to recognize that she's not from an inner city community. No, that's when the trouble started.
Yes, let's get into that, because I've heard some people say that, you know, to be a dancehall queen, you have for downtown. And I've heard you call yourself the original dancehall queen because you are. But how did you face that challenge of them saying that you're quote unquote from uptown, but you're representing something that is supposed to be culturally from downtown?
First of all, Dancehall Queen never existed until I created it.
Right.
So let's clear that air. So I can't represent something that wasn't there.
Right.
I bought this. Secondly, it's a cultural thing. This is part of who we are as Jamaicans. And remember, inner cities only in Kingston. The rural parts of the country never had inner cities. That's created now. But we growing up, you're from the country, as you said. There is no ghetto in no country.
No, I didn't have ghetto.
It's now being there. So why are you saying dancehall is just for Kingston? You know, so dancehall people started to give me a fight from the, you know, inner city or the lower sector of Kingston, saying, oh, she this. They weren't looking at the broader picture that I'm creating something that's now going to be all around the island.
Yeah, really all around the world, because we've had dancehall queens from as far as Asia winning, or local girls.
Right. After, that's 1997 is when the first other dancehall versus dancehall came.
Okay.
I'd had planned to do it, but then I was on tour.
Who are you touring with?
By myself. I toured with Chakadima and Pliers. I did Super Cat. If Nuff was a word, that was me in the 90s.
I like it.
I was on Everything Corporate because, as again, they wanted dancehall, but they wanted this image.
Right. They wanted you to be able to represent their brands as well.
I don't know if there was any thinking of that.
Okay.
Because, as again, I'm the only one.
Right.
So it's either an uptown girl who is doing an uptown thing, and it stops there. But here is this dancehall, uptown-looking dancehall representative, you know, doing what they would like. Because dancehall Shabba was tearing it down.
Yes, he really was.
And then came Patra, who now started to be, you know, the sexy, and they wanted to like make a problem into that. Oh, that's how you should be.
Okay. What does that mean? That's how you should be.
You know, from a poor class background or a struggling family and dark skin. Okay.
So now we're at a point where you're going through some challenges with sectors of societies thinking that, you know, you have to look.
Don't belong there.
You don't belong there. How you navigated that?
I did not care. I was minding my own business, and I remember I said to myself, oh, soulmate.
Right.
So the fact you were talking about me, that means you recognized or seen or in my presence has hit you. And I was fine with that. I was barred from places, banned from places, discriminated against. Yeah. Uptown was running me, dancehall rejecting me. So I'm just in the middle by myself. There would be jobs. And when I get there, they don't give it to me. There would be jobs that they call and say, oh, meet me at the Pegasus 2 o'clock. That's giving me time. Says, no, it's 2 a.m.
Okay.
I wouldn't turn up for that job. That's not the job for me.
No.
And so, whole and behold, I didn't get the part, and I was fine with it. I wasn't going to let my sexuality or my vagina speak for myself.
Right.
It was going to be what I'm doing, and what I'm doing, I'm selling sex, but you can't buy it.
I like that. I'm selling sex, but you can't buy it.
Can't buy it.
So now you are allowing other women to feel confident too, because after you pass this whole hurdle of people thinking, oh, she doesn't belong here, she doesn't belong there, and you're just navigating what you're doing, other women started to feel confident.
As the crew started, as you said, Ouch crew came,
I love them.
Modeling crew, ex-girl crew, they were coming left, right, and center, and I was happy. There was times I would recommend other girls. I would turn down jobs so somebody else could shine.
Right.
You know, because it wasn't just about me.
Right.
It was about my culture.
Right. And this is what you actually wanted.
This is exactly what I wanted.
Yes. Now, you also went through a transition because then you became a mommy. Tell me about this part of the journey. So you've been on tour, you've been the sexiest woman on stage, you're representing our culture.
The sexiest woman in Jamaica.
In Jamaica. Jamaica can't be the world.
Well, that too.
Okay. Now you become a mommy. Tell me how you made that transition.
So it was a decision I wanted. It wasn't an overnight pop-up. And I knew once I chose that route, I would have done everything differently.
Right.
Because I felt I would have owed her to say, what I did before you can't hold me accountable for, because this was before you.
Right.
When you came here, I did the 180.
Right.
I said, okay, motherhood requires me dressing now a certain way, totally different from that way. I was still young. Not like it was now. I was still young. I was still in my 20s.
Right.
And I just knew I wanted to do things differently. So if she, came to a level, she would still be proud of me.
Right. And we do know that she is proud of you. But before I get to that part of it, even though you made the transition, you never lost your sexy.
Oh,
so you
no.
changed some of the things that you wore, but you're sexy right now.
Yes, because that's who I am. But I just know there's certain things I wouldn't be wearing or doing.
Right.
But no, sexy is who I'll be that 99-year-old grandmother with this, please God, let the titties stay up there. Right? I will be.
Them don't look like them are going to stay. Yeah, man. Them are going to stay.
I will be that grandmother with the showing some cleavage, and the teeth might be in the glass, but the breast will be right there showing. Yeah.
And in the mommyhood, I realized that your daughter has also embraced a lot of what you did for the dancehall and Jamaican culture, because the other day when you were doing your showcase, she wore some of your iconic pieces.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
I think she's so regretting not being in the time when I was dancehall. Yeah, she says, Mommy, when she was younger, she'd say, could you just put this on, put that? She loves to see me dance.
Right.
She can't dance, by the way.
What? What do you mean? Not even a little thing?
I mean, yes, a little thing, but compared to being, both parents can dance, you're expecting. But she's her own individual.
Right.
She does not care to be anything but what she wants. And I've always supported that.
That's kind of like you, though.
Yes.
Because in the time when you became Dancehall Queen, when you created that moniker for yourself, you were doing what you wanted to do.
Yes. So I've always let her be herself, not try to, if she wants to, though, trust me, I'm willing to support. She likes to be sexy, but in her own little, she's shy, but still fun, outgoing,
right.
Very relaxed, and just love life.
Now, you mentioned the book, and you also, I know about House of Dancehall, so you're still pushing the culture and very much in love with it. Tell me your plans.
Well, first, remember we came with a talk show, the first of its kind back then in 2001, 2002. That never happened. I had two beautiful young ladies on it, and we discussed topics.
Miss Jamaica World and Dancehall Queen.
Yes.
So queens in their own right.
Right. And we discussed topic there that was just never mentioned public. So, give a buzz to another, showing what I can do. Transitioning, but still keeping dancehall alive.
Right.
I never let go of dancehall.
Right. And also, I want to ask you, because as you know, Broadtail is a full-figured brand. And in your transition, being a mommy, you became a full-figured woman, even though you were never slim.
No, I had a perfect body.
You still have one?
Yes, it is. But meaning in number of so-called, so it was 36D.
Right.
25, 37. So when I met in a car accident, in October 1999, that never came in effect to affect me till 2002.
What happened?
So I broke every bone on the left side of my body.
Wow.
Yeah. And so the scapula, which is a thin bone right behind one of the biggest muscles in your body, it broke 4 or 5 places and 3. So I couldn't take my left arm up.
Wow.
So they said, okay, we need to, it was like crumbled, and they said the surgery wasn't certain. So they were going to give me steroids to thin the bone out and see how they could fix it. And part of the side effect is my hair might fall out, my skin might get whatever, and I will gain weight.
Okay.
Pull up, what? And I was fine with the other two, but the weight gain, I was like, wow, what do you mean by gain weight? They say you might double what you are. And it's not going to be like a fat person getting fat. It's going to be like when you just blow up a balloon.
So
it's
more
not
like
natural.
swelling, right?
It's just, and I'm like, all right, my partner at the time says, listen, because I was in pain that no number could measure.
Right.
And then I couldn't use my left arm. Although I'm right-handed, I need both arms.
Right.
And so I was concerned, and I said, I'm not going to look the same. And he says, I don't care.
Right.
And the support from him was like, the more I gained some weight, I had more sex.
I like that.
Yes, he kept thinking.
Sex as reward for gaining weight.
He said I was getting.
Let's put that on a shirt somewhere.
He kept telling me I was getting sexier by the minute. Not sure if it's true, but that's his nature. And I was happy that, it was bothering me.
Right.
I didn't want to go
So the affirmation
anywhere.
from him helped.
Not really. It's just sex was good, so I was just having it. So I was like, oh my God.
I love your honesty.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't see myself in the mirror till I saw myself. That, okay, this, I can't wear this, it's not fitting me, but it's not because I was fat.
Right.
It was because, okay.
Yeah, gross.
It's like, no, it's just like I wasn't seen. And one day I went to, when Super Plus was around, and I went to the supermarket, and this woman that I know from nowhere, Lord God, you big and slabber ye. I didn't even know what that meant.
How did that make you feel?
So I looked and I said, what? She said, you just big and walk out. Which wasn't true, by the way.
Right. But they're used to you looking a certain way.
This is 2004, and she's still holding on to
1992.
Yeah, or whatever, 90. And I'm looking at her, and she's carrying on like, how will you just let go yourself? And I'm looking at her, and I said, you know what? I could lose weight, but what you going to do about your ugliness? And step off.
I'm done.
Yeah, and I'm not a rude person.
Yeah.
Anybody who knows. And she just looked like,
yeah,
because
I don't know you.
She was carrying on, and I was like,
I like that.
Yeah.
Also put that on a shirt.
Yeah, and I just like, I could lose weight, but what are you going to do about your ugliness?
Right.
I don't even know if she's ugly or not, but
you were defending yourself.
I think she was, because I don't think I'd say that if she wasn't.
Yes!
And then you'd have some people, that's the first thing that God, she favor cow. I'm like, wow. What have I done to you? And then I went to a football match. You could look, there was nothing that odd about the picture.
Yeah.
And they were classing, carrying on. And this lady was, well, you do yourself so far. I was like,
without even knowing anything that's going on with you, don't know
care,
you from
don't
anywhere.
Care. So I went home and I was like, is it that bad? And he's like, what are you talking about? A lot of women would love to look like this. I said, but
the comments.
And then something happened, and the mix-up site, and all they could say was, I wanted a big fat woman and big fat and big fat. And I was like, wow, is fat a bad thing to this level? You don't even know why I gained weight.
Right.
And that made me like, wow. So
Did you want to retreat, or were
Yes, I stopped taking the medication, started to exercise, and said, well, let me show them, and got worse. Oh. So where I broke my hip right in the joint,
right,
because I was carrying on, feeling the pain and not caring. Because I'm like,
you're thinking about all these comments that people are talking about you.
Why would you do this? I did you nothing. And So when I had to go into the hospital. I started to bleed from my brains because I mashed up everything on this side.
Right.
So I needed to take my medication and just chill.
Right.
And these people were sending me into a trance of depression to say fat was so horrible.
Right.
Remember, although I was never a skinny girl, I was a perfect girl in the eyes of me.
Right.
And I'm like, so my partner said, look here, enough of them slim, and when them take off them clothes in the mirror, nothing for me to stand up.
Listen, I love your partner. He's just great with the affirmations.
And he says, look in the mirror at your body. First of all, your skin is spotless. Those breasts, the mouth for blind me. Look at your tummy. And he broke it down. And he says, yes, your body big, but it look good.
Yes.
Your thighs. And he broke it down. And I said, you know what, when you kiss me, what's it not? and
that's where you started to regain your confidence in yourself?
I never really lost the confidence in who I thought I was. I remember
because of
what
the
I was
comments.
seeing in the mirror was not the factual things.
Right.
But for a minute, it bothered me that this is where you'd go with it.
Right.
Even today, they still do it.
Right.
And I'm not trying to lose weight. I don't care.
Because you look good.
Yeah, damn good.
So, Carlene, you've set so many trends for women with the sexy, with the dances, with how far Dancehall Queen moniker, the title is, how far reaching it has become. Girls from all over the world want to come to Jamaica to enter Dancehall Queen because of you, because you started that. And so even when you went through your various transitions throughout life that you told us about, what is your advice to women who other people are so preoccupied with their bodies, whether they're slim or they've gained weight? What would you say to women who are going through things like that?
Find who you are. Forget about what you look like. Try to be true to yourself. Because a lot of times when we can lie to him, her, or you shouldn't lie to yourself.
No.
Find happiness in whatever it is you have and work on that happiness. That's way more important than an image.
Nice.
Be happy.
Being happy. We'll really, really love that. And you have been on a confidence journey in front of the entire world, but we have our own little Being Broadtail scale from 1 to 10. Where would you say you are on the scale right now?
10.
Yeah, man. I like it.
10.
Those breasts are 10 for sure. We need to make a mold of them. They are 10.
I think I should.
You are 10. Okay, great. And because you're 10, we're going to move into our segment called the Sleek Confidence Pose. And that's where you and I pose off to show our confidence. Ready?
Yes.
So, with all these life experiences and all you've done, what is Carlene up to right now? What are you doing?
Ooh, a lot. So I want to big up Mr. Michael Dawson first, my boss. We have House of Dancehall, which is at Mecca Nightclub in Marketplace.
Right.
There is a Dancehall Queen competition through MOA.
Yes.
So anybody who wants to enter, DM me, Dancehall Queen Carlene on Instagram. You send in a little video of yourself and we'll take it from there. I'll tell you what next.
I love it. Make your enter?
Of course. Well, it's 18 to 35. It doesn't matter your size. It's what you're gonna.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. I have my sweet potato pudding. Dancehall Queen Carlene sweet potato pudding.
Yes.
I also have Christmas cakes.
Yes.
For again, DM
Were you
me.
always a baker?
Yes.
You always love to do it?
Yeah, because I'm vegetarian.
Okay.
So I try to create things that didn't entail eggs and milks and stuff like that.
Nice. Now, Carlene, thank you so much for coming through and being your authentic self, telling us your story and taking us on your own confidence journey. But you could not come through without us giving you gifts. And you spoke about your flawless skin throughout the interview. And we have a gift from Morgan's Creek, who's all about skincare. And I want you to check their store out at Sovereign. Ask for Joni and give her your gift certificate and you get more things for your flawless skin.
Thank you.
Here you go. Hi, my broadtails. How are you? And we're having another moment with Morgan's Creek. And of course, I'm always here with the managing director, Joni Dale Morgan. And this week, we're talking about the raspberry vanilla body cream. And she says it leaves skin feeling soft and so silky. Tell me about this.
So the body cream is different from the butter because the body cream is more water-based. So we use lighter oils like the coconut oil, but with olive oil and palm oil, while the butter is like the harder butters, the cocoa butter. So people who want to have their skin more hydrated, they use the body cream.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so if you open it, so you can look at the consistency. You see, it's more of that lotion, body cream kind of texture.
It is. It smells so good though, Johnny.
But it still smells amazing.
Yes,
still
it
yummy
does.
for the skin.
Still fully yummy for the skin.
And still lasts all day.
Leg right here. So we know that it's made right here in store behind the magic black wall.
Yes, it
Tell
is.
them where it is.
So we're located at Shop 36 Sovereign Center, or you can check us out on our website.
All right. So that's the raspberry vanilla body cream. You have to get it. Feels so silky for true, Johnny.
It does.
And also, I think you have a gift on your phone.
I do. I have
from
a gift
Blink Sky, Jamaica.
And Broadtail.
Yes.
So it's a day at Adam and Eve Spa.
Yeah. So I hope you enjoy that. Blink Sky is an online digital gifting platform. So when you
nice.
get there, you just show them your phone, they scan your gift certificate, and you're
Wow.
good to go. Have a great spa day from Adam and Eve. All
Thank
right,
you.
great. And of course, you couldn't come through without getting a gift from Broadtail for your Broadtail. So thank you so much. I hope you
Thank
enjoy
you.
it. And you know me, you talk about enough other suit.
Wow.
So we're gonna have to do
I
it.
need to come back more often.
Yes, you need to come back more often.
Thank
for
you
sure.
so very much.
And something new that we have at Broadtail is our Being Broadtail affirmation cards. And
Wow.
yes, you spoke about how your partner affirmed you during the time when you had your accident and all of that. And affirmation is very important to us. We have 23 cards. And so I want you to choose at random. Just choose one, choose one, choose one, choose one. You don't look, I don't look. And let me read what your card says. I like this. Being patient and compassionate with myself is an act of self-love.
Perfect for me.
Nice. Now, because we want to keep that money and wealth flowing to us and through us, I have my ZZ plant. It's an East African plant, and it's said to be a money tree. So all my guests that come through, I want to just touch my ZZ plant so that money can come to... Yeah, take up the whole plant. Yeah, man. Take up the whole plant. Nice. Thank you so much, Carlene. It was
most
great
welcome.
having you.
Crystal.
Oh, that's her daughter. And I want to thank all my listeners and viewers for tuning in. Remember, all the gifts that my guests get, you can get it too. If you will listen and watch our episodes that are coming up next as I talk to another iconic guest, you never know who it is as they take us on their own confidence journey and tell us how it is being Broadtail.
Sometimes the things that tear us apart are the ones that unite us and bring us closer together. Sometimes the darkest of night turns into a day so bright, leaving the scars and the pain, everything that we fear behind us. Where there is life, let's keep on dreaming. Where there is love, let's find new meaning. Where there is hope, keep on believing. Keep holding on. So never give up through wind and storm. 'Cause after the rain, there'll be a calm. Sunshine of a new day, it won't be long. Keep holding on.
A message from Sajiko.